This film also had the creepiest Santa. And you could,
Oh my god, yes!
I'll pick Andrew Garfield.
Peter 3.
Peter 3. Look, I put that on.
Ooh, that comic book filter.
This green ball.
This green tennis ball is Vecna, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about. We're back together again. Hey, cinema peeps.
Sweepy.
Can you tell we've had another long, exciting, fun-filled day?
We did.
Except there was no rain this time.
There was no rain.
That's
just
good.
sun.
Yes, just sun.
Just sun.
Lots of sun.
And not too bad walking. Not too bad walking.
Yes.
But yeah, we coincidentally are back together again.
Yeah.
After so soon. And we're going to talk about Superman today.
Superman.
I've been waiting very patiently, but you have to go. What are your thoughts on Superman?
Yes, I guess you've seen it before I did.
Mm-hmm.
I took a while to catch up, but I finally went and saw it. And overall, I enjoyed it.
All right.
Yes.
Good.
I liked it a lot. I thought David Cornsweet.
Sorry.
I don't know what his last name is. Guy. David. I thought he did a great job as Superman.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was better than Henry Cavill, in my opinion. But my dad and I, throughout the whole film, like afterwards when we were leaving the theater, both of us were like, "Did he not remind you of Brendan Fraser?" Especially when like the scene where his double comes in, like the clone comes in.
Oh yeah.
And he has the long hair. I'm like, whoa, he looks a lot like Brendan Fraser.
Good. I thought it was horrible. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I was like, what? No.
I enjoyed my time. I don't know. Maybe I felt like after I saw it, I just saw all these posts being like, it's the best ever. I'm like, I don't know if it's the best ever.
Yeah.
But like, I enjoyed my time.
Yeah.
And that says a lot because I'm obviously a Batman girly, not a Superman girly.
That's true. That says a lot, yes.
So like, I enjoyed my time with it. I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But I think everyone's just bad. Because I feel like everything I saw after that was like, Snyder's better, which I was actually going to look up the facts because I kept seeing conflicting things. That some people said that this Superman outperformed Man of Steel, but other things were saying Man of Steel outperformed this particular Superman film. But I also to be calling that kind of shit because it only came out in July.
Right.
But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. So I wanted to kind of look into that more, but as we know, we don't do any research. We forget to. And then, what was my thought? Oh yeah, and then just kind of the usual, you know, Snyder Universe better, bring back the Snyder Cut. And I'm like, people, get off this fucking bandwagon.
Who are you people, and do you know anything about Superman and heart and action? And you know, I don't know. I have my beef with the Snyderverse, and it's for a certain crowd of people, and I'm not one of those people.
I like to think, again referencing the movie if you haven't seen it yet, the scene where the monkey bots are typing mean comments. That's what I think. That's what the Snyderverse people are to me now.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
because there really can't be anybody left who really like wants this cut. But
yeah.
I just imagine they're monkeys.
Right.
The typing on the keyboard.
Yeah. Just paid bots.
Mm-hmm. Good. I'm happy you liked it.
Yes. I mean, I wasn't really all that nervous going into seeing it because, I mean, well, maybe this puts a lot of pressure on a creative homeboy. But I'm like, well, it's James Gunn. It's going to be decent, at least.
And I mean, you know, I think just seeing all his projects, right? He has that style of like he can do the serious tone, but then he infuses a lot of humor.
Yes.
So again, maybe people, if the fan of the Snyder Cut, maybe don't want that. Soulless people.
But like, that's something that I appreciate and enjoy because, you know, life's not all serious bones.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important to remember little happy moments in between.
Right.
The times that make you laugh.
Exactly. And let's not forget that these are comic book heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like you said, there needs to be the balance. A little bit of lightheartedness to fill out the darkness, I think, makes it very even keel.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, like there are like comics are so huge, and there's like little pockets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always think of the Adam West Batman, right? Like that's corny as hell.
Yeah.
But like it could still exist in the world with the Christopher Nolan Batman films.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that thing exists doesn't make the Christopher Nolan ones worse.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
But some people on their little body high horses, you know what I'm saying?
It would just, I guess it would be interesting to have a conversation with a diehard Snyder fan to find out what it is that they are so hell-bent on the dark side of DC, I guess. And maybe just because, like, I hear so many people talk about, in, like, Superman in particular. And, you know, having watched Smallville myself and the Christopher Reeve films and stuff like that, you know, Superman's all about hope and justice, and there is that lightheartedness. There he has that story, that hero's journey that everybody wants to go on, kind of thing. So, I don't know, stripping the goodness part away. Like, I know that they still try to portray him as he's the lighter side of the dark of all the Snyderverse and stuff, but I think that was just the thing for me with Henry Cavill, is he played Clark Kent like a wet blanket to me, because there was just no heart there, or not enough heart for my liking. But yeah.
Well, you let me know how that conversation with the diehard Snyder fan goes.
If I
'cause
find
I
one-
will not be present.
If anyone's
Just
willing,
kidding. I'll hear them
let us know.
out.
Let me know.
I'll hear them out, I guess.
Back to the new Superman. What did you think of the casting of other than David? What did you think of the casting of everybody?
I mean, I think I'm going to be a little biased, but I really liked Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor.
Yes, agreed.
I enjoyed him very well. I feel like every time I see a portray of Lex Luthor, he is very much just the I am billionaire, I don't like Superman.
Yeah.
But there was a really interesting documentary. It was fucking years ago. I think it was Inside the Villain. I'm gonna have to Google it. I forgot the title. Something like Inside the Villains or whatever, and it was all talking about like the different villains and like kind of breaking them down and understanding who they were. Because like we always think of like the Riddler. It's like, why does he always leave riddles for Batman?
Yeah.
But like actually breaking that down. And someone broke down Lex Luthor like really well, and it made me go, oh, I kind of get him a little bit better now.
Oh, okay.
Where, you know, they talk about how, you know, Superman is this ominous thing, and, you know, as the readers and the viewers, we see Superman start out, you know, on his family farm. He's just a small country boy. He has these powers, and he just wants to, you know, he wants to help people.
Yep.
But you have to think from Lex Luthor's perspective, is that this kind of like God came out of the sky. It came out of nowhere.
Yep.
And just this fear he has. And it's like, oh, wow. Like, I kind of get it now. And I feel like Nicholas Hoult did a really good job of that.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, like, the last scene where he thinks he's going to win, and then he doesn't, and then he just has this breakdown. And I thought it was really good. My brother disagreed. He's like, I don't want to see him cry. And I was like, what are you talking about? I think everyone's got to shed a little tear.
Yeah.
But like,
he's still human.
right? But I thought he did really well. And again, maybe I'm biased because he did come to Calgary Expo and he talked about it a lot. So. Little bias there.
Well, and I would also be biased too, just for the fact that he did get Michael Rosenbaum's blessing in a way to play Lex Luthor, because he was on his podcast and the two of them got to chat about being Lex Luthor each and their experience, and the fact that Michael Rosenbaum was the Lex Luthor that Nicholas Hoult grew up watching. So I thought that was really cool because, again, being the Smallville fan, I feel like Smallville it's gotten its place in the Arrowverse. It was technically the grandfather of how it started, but I feel like its storyline in some ways and some connections to it needed to be somewhere in the DC cinematic universe as well.
Speaking of Michael Rosenbaum, I definitely you reminded me afterwards, like, oh yeah, he had a voice cameo, because I was like, when it happened, I was like, that could have been any Joe Schmo in my opinion, but
Right.
whatever, as long as maybe that's all he wanted to do, to be fair, so that's fine. I just was like, oh, when am I gonna see him? And of course I watched the entire film and I was like, I didn't see him. And I was like, oh, it's the audio.
It was a voice,
I had
yeah.
to Google it.
Yeah.
Did you hear it? Probably.
I mean, I was listening for it, so there was a couple of different characters that I was like, oh, was that him? Was that him? And then I realized when it was the guard, I'm like, oh, that was probably him. And it was just like, yeah, one line I think he had.
Yeah.
But and that's what I was saying with my dad is I was like, oh, I thought he would have like given him a bigger role maybe, like the voice of Jor-El, or like something a little more Lex Luthor related in a sense. But my dad said, yeah, but they probably didn't want to take that away from, or like have that take people out of it, or if people don't know who he is, if they weren't Smallville fans, they'd be like, what is this? Like, I don't understand.
Who's
right?
this guy?
Right? Yeah.
That's fair, and I get that. And I mean, to be fair, his line was very funny, so I was laughing partway through it, so maybe that didn't help my case of hearing it.
Lois Lane. I don't know. Feel kind of bad. I don't have too many notes for her. I was like, yeah, you're there. Cool.
I think they did a good job of like embodying different versions of Lois in this version, because my dad was even saying, he's like, I could see a little bit of like Margot Kidder, which is like the original Lois Lane from Christopher Reeve films. He could see a little bit of like the one from Superman and Lois, the CW show, so he could kind of see different mannerisms and different like angles where all of them were kind of like, she kind of portrayed all of them in a way, so that was kind of cool.
Nice. I really liked Mr. Terrific, even
Yes,
though, like,
yeah.
I don't know, part of me didn't want to like him. I think because, to be fair, it wasn't even him. I think it was because some fans were like making fun of like the costumes and like comparing them. And one of them was like compared was Mr. Terrific from the Superman and from the Arrow show.
Right.
And I was like, I don't think that's fair. And also, I'm going to be real honest, the picture was clearly like a costume in development.
Oh.
And not the final thing. So I
Okay.
don't think that was a fair comparison to make.
Yeah.
But regardless, I thought he was so funny. And I was like, why? I was like, honestly, we don't need Superman anymore. We can just watch Mr. Terrific.
Right?
Like,
He was
have
really
fun.
good. I enjoyed him too. Yeah.
And then we also had Nathan Fillion.
Yeah.
To be fair, he did get a bigger role than normal
Yeah.
in the James Gunn movie.
Yep.
So that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like seeing Hawk Girl.
Yeah.
Don't feel like they got enough. Although
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I probably missed one of the best scenes with her and the Green Lantern because I really had to pee.
Oh, was that the one where they were in the building and she dissed his hair?
No, I saw
Oh,
that.
okay.
It was near the end where they flew over to the other country and they were fighting
Oh, yeah.
and helping out while Superman was busy. And I guess he used like the middle finger to
Yeah.
like take out the tanks.
That was good. Yeah.
I just came back when she dropped the president
Oh, okay.
out of the sky. Because yeah, I guys, I really had to pee. But no, I really thought everyone did great. There was nobody who I was like, you bad. Out.
Right?
You bad.
Seeing Bradley Cooper as Jor-El was an interesting surprise.
Yeah. And I was trying to remember, because another thing I saw online, people complaining about, or sorry, I shouldn't say complaining, it just kind of feels like it's sometimes people, okay? It was more people curious of, sorry, this is big spoilers for the movie, by the way. So if you haven't, sorry, we should have put like a big disclaimer, but like, if you haven't seen the movie, we're really sorry. But like, there's this whole thing where he plays this tape of his parents telling him, to be strong and stuff. And so the last part is damaged. And so he was like, oh, I know, I don't need to see the end because I know they just wanted the best for me. And then when Lex Luthor breaks in, he steals this video and they're able to fix the part that's missing. And it turns out that they're like, hey, son, go to Earth. The people there are stupid. Populate and conquer the entire world.
Yeah.
And basically be a conqueror. And so a lot of people were like asking James Gunn, oh, is that actually gonna stay? And he was like, yeah. Like, did you not watch the movie? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I was trying to remember if that's always been Superman's origin or if that was added at different points.
Well, that I don't know. All I know is it was a theme in Smallville.
It was?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was Jor-El's message of you're here to conquer, and Clark being like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't like. Why is that my destiny? Have I always been was I always supposed to be that person? And why is my family like this? Why is where I'm from like this kind of thing? And that's his whole like inner battle with himself. Is like, deciding because he has these powers and he does these things, and Jor-El's kind of pressuring him that this is your destiny, you must embrace your destiny. And there's more things happening around him that's kind of like pushing him in that direction. But yet his dad especially, but both his mom and dad try to keep him grounded by saying, you know, you are your own human being, you get to choose who you want to be, you define you, your parents don't define you, kind of thing, right?
Right.
And that's where he embraces his humanity, and that becomes his strength, and, you know, the rest is history.
Just like in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it reminded me a lot of like the Batman too, where he finds out that his dad is like deep into the dark parts of Gotham that he pretty much like fights against. So I was like, I wonder which one came first. Out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Because again, most of my experience with Superman was from like the Justice League cartoon. Because again, I was a Superman girly.
Right.
Sorry. Oh, they also had a cat from Supergirl.
Yes. Cat Grant.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I thought that was funny.
That was good.
And I liked Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, Jimmy was good.
But I mean, I also maybe just again biased because I know he's from the Quarry game.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, I really enjoyed it. There were a lot of funny bits in it. I don't know. I saw other people online. You know, they're very excited. I don't think it's changed hasn't rocked my world, but I do like the phrase of, you know, maybe nice is the new punk rock.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe, you know, we don't have to be this way.
Right? Agreed.
That's cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. But again, all I could ever see was the comparisons to Man of Steel and how it wasn't Man of Steel. And I'm like, okie dokie then. Which then led us on a very fun conversation of like, maybe we should review some of the old Superman films.
Yeah. Which is what we're going to be doing tonight. But no, I think, yeah, I would agree with you. I think, did it rock my world? No. But did it give me hope for the future of DC? Yes. I think we said right when we, you know, when we deemed James Gunn as creative homeboy. He knows what he's doing, and I have faith that he's going to take it into a good direction where, you know, we can get not just a certain fan base of people on board, but all people. And I think that's the nice thing, is when we can make it an inclusive community for all the fans, whether it's like direct crossovers or just like references, or at least tying some of the canon things from like all different sources. I think that's what's good, because then there's a little bit of something for everybody. Right?
So, I mean, I think, yeah, I agree. Good first steps, but we'll have to see kind of how everything goes.
I wonder if they are going to, just because like with Green Lantern and Hawkgirl and Mr. Terrific seems to be kind of introducing more like what the Justice League of America, that's the JLA kind of group of people. I wonder if that's going to be a movie in the recent works.
I mean, let's be honest, it probably will be. But I can't remember their timeline of movies that they're doing. Because I think they said they're going to do again, sorry, spoilers if you got from. But they did tease Supergirl at the end.
Yes, that's true.
And supposedly her film's coming out next year.
Ooh.
Already, which kind of seemed crazy to me.
Interesting.
So I'd have to refresh my memory on like all the projects that are coming out.
Yeah.
But
well, clearly it's going to either take them a while, I'm assuming it'll take them a while to get like Batman rolling. Because I feel like they have to be pretty careful with how they go about doing that.
Right, and here's the thing that's confusing. So I think they have confirmed, maybe, that there will be a Batman 2 with Robert Pattinson version of Batman.
Oh, okay.
But I also read somewhere that like James Gunn, like, again, like this Batman's not part of like his creative homeboy universe. So, like, I don't know if that means they'd have to recast another Batman, or maybe he'll change his mind. Like,
right? I could
much.
see Robert Pattinson's Batman squaring up again. Well, not, I guess squaring up in some ways. Squaring up against David's Superman. And I really hope, and again, this is just me being biased, I really hope they don't try to recast anybody for Shazam if they do continue to keep Shazam in the universe. Because, I don't know, I think Zachary Levi did a good job. And I like the director who did it, so.
Yeah, and unfortunately that's all, like, unknown. Because, I mean, there's also that Blue Beetle movie that I keep saying I'm going to watch, but I haven't yet.
That's right.
So, like, I don't know if that's going to be connected. So, I mean, I guess my only hope with James Gunn, Creative Homeboy, is that he just takes his time.
Yeah.
Because now that I've already been talking about all these projects, I'm starting to feel the superhero
Fatigue again?
Fatigue
oh,
again.
no.
So I'm just like, just take your time.
Yeah. Agreed.
Like, we don't need to rush anything.
Yeah, we don't need a conglomerate of, like, movies one after another.
Because that was my biggest complaint when they were like Batman v Superman and then Justice League. I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Right?
It's
Yeah.
too much and too soon.
No, I'm okay with waiting for a while so that I can get the excitement back for looking forward to going to see these movies and who's going to be in them and how they're going to be all tied together. Yeah, agreed.
But yeah, like we said, we're going to try to watch some of the OG Superman films, and then we're going to maybe try to do a comparison,
Yes.
a ranking of sorts.
Yes. I know they've had their Who's Your Favorite Superman on, was it Facebook, I think? I saw it?
Yeah.
Where they had all, except Tom Welling, all the Supermen lined up for Who Your Favorite. But to be fair, and he says it himself, he didn't actually play Superman. He played Clark Kent. But I still count him in the mix because why
I
not?
mean, I think you should. Like Clark Kent is part of Superman. Unlike, I don't think Bruce Wayne is part of Batman. Because I think even he says, he's like, I don't know which one is the real me and which one's the mask. But yeah, even if Tom Welling hadn't played Superman, I think, he played Clark Kent, which is still a big part of Superman.
Right?
Because you've seen all the Supermen then. Or a good chunk of them.
Yes. As we were saying earlier, yeah, I've seen the first 3 Christopher Reeve Supermans. I've seen Brandon Routh's. And I've seen Henry Cavill's. Yeah.
And now David
Corn and Sweat.
Cornsmile.
Yeah.
So weird. So sorry. So, I guess just based on memory, how would you rank them?
Well, I should include, there is the George Reeves Superman TV show, which was the original TV show from like way back in the day. Plus, there's also Dean Cain from the Lois and Clark series. But I've seen like a couple episodes of the original Superman show, but not enough to like make a good judgment on that one.
That's okay.
I'm kind of going off of the more familiar ones for me. But if I had to rank, and the thing is they're all so very, very different and unique. But like, I mean, I have to give top bill to Christopher Reeves because to me he's the OG Superman, and for everything he stands for, I think he deserves that title. And then I think I'd have to put Tom Welling next, just because I love Smallville and I thought he did a good job and it's a great show. And then I think I'd put Brandon Routh next. And then Henry Cavill will be like...
There's actually, if you can see, there's not low enough.
Yeah.
It's not low enough for
It's
her.
nothing against him personally. It's just, if I'm ranking the best version of Superman, in my opinion, he was not it for me. And neither was Amy Adams for Lois Lane. They were both wet blankets for me. I'm sorry. They were great in other roles that they've been in, but this one was not it for me. Not their best. Not their best.
Well, I think that'll do it for today's episode.
I think so.
Oh, excuse me, Sam Peeps.
We're ready to curl up and watch movies for the rest of the evening. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening to us rant and vent about the Snyderverse and all things DC. We have lots to say.
But yeah, let us know in the comments down below. What did you think of the new... It's just called Superman, isn't it?
Yep.
What do you think of just the new Superman movie with David Cornsmell? Did you like it, or are you like, nah, bring back the Snyderverse all day, every day? Let us know in those comments down below, and consider leaving this video a little likesy if you like us doing podcasts together.
Yeah.
Even though we can't always, but you know, we'll try to bust it out when we can.
I think so, yeah.
And yeah, watch all the content, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Monkey.
And...
We cannot reach the camera. There's a bed in the way.